One of Aegon's core values is that zero incidents are possible. In order to accomplish this, we must first become great at hazard recognition. Looking at this diagram, we can see that the key to reducing risk is to first identify the hazards. When we know the hazards, we can successfully reduce or eliminate the risk, and only then do our actions build a stronger correlation with our belief in a zero-incident environment. When discussing hazard recognition in the month of August, heat should almost always be a focus of any training, toolbox topic, or daily JSA. Whether we're talking about operations in Texas, Argentina, Africa, the Middle East, or even up in Canada, heat should always be a consideration during the summer months. As temperatures climb, we must identify it as a hazard and take the proper steps to lower the risk involved. Heat-related illness can start off mild but become critical very quickly. One of the earlier stages of heat-related illness is heat exhaustion. In this stage, the warning signs become more clear as effects from the heat intensify. In a person with heat exhaustion, you may recognize some of the symptoms shown here, which include increased breathing, changes in pulse, and clammy skin. Some other identifiable symptoms may include weakness, dizziness, headaches, and loss of focus. Someone suffering from heat exhaustion should immediately move to a cooler place and out of the heat. Loosen clothing and apply cool, wet cloths directly to their skin to reduce their body temperature, and provide water to drink slowly. Working or being in the heat beyond the stage of heat exhaustion can quickly lead to a much more severe stage of heat-related illness called a heat stroke. Identification of a heat stroke is very similar to the earlier stages of heat illness, but the symptoms are much more intense and severe. A person with a heat stroke may show signs of noticeable confusion or even loss of consciousness. The person will have a very high body temperature of around 103 to 105 degrees Fahrenheit. At this temperature, the body can no longer regulate its core due to the effect it has on the central nervous system. A heat stroke can then lead to organ failure, brain damage, and even death. If someone is suffering from a heat stroke, you must act quickly to call for emergency medical help and begin cooling their body temperature. To do this, move them to a cooler location and apply water to their skin. If possible, place ice packs under their armpits, groin, neck area, and back to lower their core temperature faster. Heat-related illness is no different than any other hazard we face daily in terms of how we should deal with it. Knowing that we work in hot environments means taking the proper steps to reduce our risk. Drinking plenty of water, taking breaks more often, and watching out for others around us will work effectively. Recognizing a hazard is the first step towards controlling the hazard. Once the hazard is recognized, we must assess the severity and likelihood of the risk involved. Then choose the highest level of control that corresponds with the risk. After the control method is implemented, evaluate the control for its effectiveness. If the control implemented isn't effective, reevaluate the hazard and apply other methods of control. Hazard recognition and reporting is the responsibility of everyone. A hazard that doesn't get reported is a hazard that could affect the next person that encounters it. Each person has a responsibility to be a leader within Aegon. And as a leader, we must do everything we can to create a positive safety culture that continues to push for zero. Thanks for watching.